Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another Follett House Friday. My name is Jeremy, and I'm the Museum Services Manager for the Sandusky Library and Follett House Museum. And this week for Follett House Friday, we're staying with our holiday theme. And a lot of people, if they are either have already decorated their Christmas tree or is getting ready to decorate their Christmas tree. And I thought I would this week focus on something that's a little bit of a local tradition, which are ornaments from a business called Strickfelden. So a lot of the locals are very familiar with them. The company started in 1933, just outside of Sandusky. And then in 1945, it moved to the location that most people know it as, which was on Bell Avenue. So part of their appeal, besides being a garden center, is they did Christmas displays for a long time that they would have decorations for, and then eventually they in 1976 they kept their Christmas shop open year round because it was so popular. So the reason we're talking about them, besides being an important local business that a lot of people know about, we are very lucky to have 3 boxes of ornaments from them in 1948. So I thought I would open boxes, show off 1 or 2 of the ornaments to you guys. Because like I said, these are really important to the local community. I talked to several of my coworkers about them, and they remember going and buying ornaments. They remember going to buy ornaments for their children that they still have. Unfortunately, they closed, I believe, sometime in the 1990s. I'm not sure exactly when, though. I unfortunately don't remember that off the top of my head. But we were able to pull some of these, and because they're so important, I thought it'd be neat just to pull out 1 or 2 just to kind of look at. And like I said, these are only from 1948. Unfortunately, we don't have more of a collection of them, but it's still really neat that we have them. So let's open up a couple of the boxes here, and we'll show off 1 or 2 of the different ornaments. So let's see here. We have this one's really neat. Has a kind of a twisty, shiny spiral that goes around the whole thing. And I have to be very careful because these are very fragile, and you have to be careful that we don't break any. Which, you want to be careful with most artifacts, but with Christmas ornaments, they're a little bit more fragile than, say, something that we have that's cast iron. So that's something I have to be extra careful with. And I would feel really bad breaking one, especially with everyone watching me, because then I couldn't hide my shame. Here's another one, just nice, kind of striped one that we have. And if you guys have memories of going there, share them in the comments. I'd be really interested to hear some of the local stories of people going there. Let's open up another box. What's kind of interesting is we have to go through and catalog all of these ornaments. So all of these ornaments are labeled. We know what they are. We know where to find them. So it gives us an idea of how many there are. So that's kind of an interesting job as part of this, is we get to go through and label them and write a brief description of what they look like. And you can kind of see, and maybe you can't on that camera, on the bottom, you can see we have a number attached to the ornament. Like I said, we had to label all of them. So here's another pink one. There's a nice frosting effect on it, which is really interesting. Some of these still have the hooks attached, which is kind of cool because this did come from someone's personal collection that they used. So these are ornaments that were used at one point in time by a family here in town. We have another one here with a kind of a neat flower pattern on it. Here, we'll open up the last one. Sorry, I had to move my microphone. And as you can see, as you were kind of looking, none of these are actually boxes sold at the store. Just like most people, you store them in whatever you have. It would be kind of neat to have the boxes, but it's really more interesting, more important that we actually have the ornaments. You can see there's still wrapped in tissue paper. We keep that like that because we want to make sure they stay stay secure, stay safe. And this one has, once again, that little kind of pink with the indentation star in the middle. Kind of just a really interesting color. So that's kind of it. Like I said, these are the only ornaments we have in collection, but it's very fitting that we have from Strickfelden's because it is so important, and it is a company that, even moving here, I've heard talked about before I even did this. We actually have, if you go onto the Sandusky History blog, which you can get to through the Sandusky Library website, in the local history section, we have 2 entries that talks a little bit about the history of Strickfelden's and what it means to the local community, and it talks a little bit more about the ornaments on there as well. So I don't see any questions popping up, but I could have missed them. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm always happy to answer them when I can. Also, like I said, if you have stories or memories of going there, leave them in the comments. I'd be really interested to read them. Just something that kind of adds to my breadth of knowledge as a local historian here, which is always helpful. So thank you again for joining me for another Follett House Friday. Next week, Follett House Friday, of course, we won't be live because it is Christmas, but we will still be putting a video up at noon. So if you can find some time during your Christmas day and when you want to watch another holiday-themed Follett House Friday, let me know. Well, not let me know, but tune into our Facebook page to watch it. So with that, thank you. Have a great day. And since it'll be the holidays the next time I see you, have some great holidays.